Guilds of Cadwallon is a tactical, tile-based game including 24 agent pawns, 16 guild cards, 4 personality cards, 5 militia cards, 13 action cards, 12 optional condition cards, as well as the card that denotes the first player in any given turn. For the sake of this demonstration, we're choosing not to use the optional condition cards. So, to begin our game, we remove 6 random action cards from the play deck and set them aside. We shuffle the play deck fully. We then lay out our first districts in the following pattern. The first player of the first turn will be the youngest player in the group. In this case, the blue player will begin. The objective of the game is to capture as many boulevards as possible, acquiring the most gold while avoiding the costly militia patrols. Action cards, while not part of any guild to be controlled, can offer powerful in-game effects in later turns. We do so by placing our agent miniatures in the streets and alleys between the cards, alternating like this. This continues until the players have no agent pawns remaining. Once all agents have been placed, we have to add up who controls each district card. To do so, we look at the reinforcement value printing on the adjacent districts, taking that value plus 1 for the agent, with the district going to the player with the higher total that meets the value of the target district. Here we have 1 from the Guild of Architects, plus 1 agent is equal to 2, enough to take this district. However, this 1 blue agent with his support of 2 from his neighboring district has a total of 3, claiming the card instead. This process continues through all the districts. Here you have a 3 supporting against 2 2s, giving the district to blue yet again. Here you have an effective 2 versus 3, another blue claim. This district, however, will be taken by red, along with a thoroughly red-controlled center district. Militia patrols are unwanted districts. Having them at game's end will cost the player points. Players should avoid them where possible. In this case, though, red has no choice and must take the district from blue. And here, blue takes another district, and another, and another, and then the turn is done. The district grid is reset with 9 new cards. Then the first player position switches to the next player clockwise, and agent placement begins again. It is worth noting that personality cards have special effects and can affect a game's outcome. Once a player places an agent, they can make use of the action cards they have collected in previous turns. These can move districts around, make tiles worthless for their opponent, or other interesting effects. The blue player has securely captured the personality scarecrow. Red has taken another militia, unfortunately adding more negative points to their final total. We then work out who controls which districts just as we did in previous game turns. This district is contested, with each player's agent only having a support of 1 to try and claim it. This means no one controls it, and it remains in the grid and stays in play for the next turn. The turn is now over and a new grid is placed again, leaving the contested district in its position. First player position passes clockwise again, back to the blue player in our example. The blue player is choosing to play the King of Ashes Stirrups, which switches 2 cards that are adjacent vertically. In this case, the Guild of Blades changes places with the personality on the grid. While blue seems to be controlling much of this turn, red still controls a powerful personality as well as this action card and the Guild of Usurers at the turn's end. Trying to set up a new turn reveals the play deck is down to only 6 cards. When there are not enough cards to build a full game grid, the game immediately ends and point totals are calculated to determine the final victor. To tally final scores, we will look at the blue player. First, each player should organize the cards by the various guilds they control. Then it becomes time to assign the personalities. Each guild group can contain no more than 4 cards, so any guild coming up short can add a personality for additional in-game effects. In this example, the blue player will add the Harlequin and Siloren to the Guild of Architects, and Scarecrow to the Guild of Goldsmiths. Once this is done, he will take the sum of the gold value of any guilds present and multiply it by the number of cards in that guild's stack. In the case of the Guild of Architects, a total of 4 gold in a stack of 4 cards scores 16 guild points. This continues with each controlled guild. Here we see the Guild of Goldsmiths have 3 gold on a stack of 3 cards, for a total of 9 points. The single card in the Guild of Blades is worth only its own 3 gold value, for 3 points. Action cards held until the game's end will give the player their own gold value, plus any additional benefits listed upon them, such as Lost Relic, which awards 5 additional guild points at the game's end. In this example, the blue player's action cards earn him a total of 13 guild points. Once all guild points are added together, you take your militia card stack and calculate the stack's guild point cost as a negative in the same way as you did with a guild stack. Here you have 2 militia cards with 2 negative points showing, for a total reduction of 4 guild points. The grand total is then calculated together for the blue player's final score of 37 guild points. Now, tallying up the red total, we again separate his cards into their unique guilds, and then assign his lone personality. He chooses to place Iona with the Guild of Usurers. Calculating points, the Guild of Blades has a single card with 2 gold for 2 points. The Guild of Architects has 4 gold and 2 cards awarding 8 points. The Guild of Usurers with 4 gold and now 3 cards for a total of 12 points, and the Guild of Goldsmiths 1 card worth 3 points. The action cards only garner 6 points from their collective gold value. The militia stack's 3 cost multiplied by its 2 cards for a total of 6 negative points is then removed from the total. 31 minus these 6 gives a final total of 25 guild points for the red player, meaning the blue player wins. In this game, blue wins with a final score of 37 to 25.